Did you already start recording?
Yeah.
Oh. How long ago
We'll
did
just
you start
keep
recording?
that whole several minutes in.
How long ago did you start recording?
A little bit ago, but this is a perfect way to start the episode, I
shit.
think. Hello, we are the people, and we have
We're the Neon Apes.
We have another
people.
person that
I'm a pastel monkey, actually.
a pastel monkey.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sounds like an NFT line.
Hey, I just want to
More
say
than
this too.
our thing already does.
Yeah, fuck NFTs.
For those of you
Fucking
with the mic stands on
came up
the
with
center
Neon Apes
console here,
first.
I just noticed it. Be careful when you move it, because it wiggled mine.
Yeah, we are
We're ghetto bitches.
we are
Our
trying to
stuff is
make this
breaking.
studio work as good as we
However,
can here.
Y'all will only have to deal with it for like. Should we tell him? Should we tell him?
I don't know. I thought you had a certain idea.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
don't tell
So-
them. Keep it a...
Oh, let me foreshadow this. So, as you know, we're into crime, etc. We like nefarious things, and we've been scoping around some new like places because obviously we're ghetto bitches. So we're going to find like somewhere else we could do our thing. And I work in like this major city, right? And there's a lot of abandoned buildings there. So like over the time, I've just accumulated a lot of stolen furniture and studio equipment. I used to work at a who should not be named music retail center, and I was able to maybe steal something, a lot of their stuff. None of this
whole
can be
store.
used. Yeah, the whole store is basically what I
the
took.
studio's worth
So-
of stuff.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Basically, the studio's worth of stuff. And I've been slowly putting it in this this place. I don't know who owns it, but they haven't been there in months. So we're just squatting there
Currently.
So
This is we're just hologramming. We are deep faking all of us.
We actually
Onto the
paid
screen right
4
now.
people to do this, and we're superimposing our deep faked face and
Yeah.
like deep fake their voices too. So like they're actually the ones talking right now.
Yeah.
Confirm.
so
yeah.
just wait. Like after New Year's, it'll be a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but for the time being, we are making things work, and it's just casually been a month since we've recorded. But we have our beautiful Jackson, who has been on an episode before. I think it was one that we named a future biologist or something, like teaches us science things or whatever. So I don't know what obviously we know what you've been up to, but what have you been up to, man, for the peeps?
Going to a lot of concerts, honestly. I feel like that's been my main pastime recently. But
Dude,
it's been
hell
really
yeah.
fun.
Concerts are good. Yeah, you were like you came in a week ago because you were like, yeah, I was supposed to go to New York and the flight got canceled or something. So we
Yeah.
got to see you last week, and then this week we've been staying up until 3 or 4 in the morning, every day after, because it's filming after Thanksgiving, and or I guess it's Friday, not Thanksgiving, but
You would think we were doing really dumb, stupid things like we used to do. No, we were just playing Magic.
yeah, just playing
drafting
Magic together.
It
and-
was awesome.
Yeah, and so we thought it'd be a fun kind of episode idea to kind of just reminisce against on some of the stupid shit we used to do as a kid. I think we've done episodes like that, but in particular us four and
This man right
we
here.
got some stuff.
This man right here, we got stories, y'all. Just wait, we got
We,
stories.
we do, and I'm sure maybe we talked about some of them on the last one you were on, but I feel like we were pretty focused on all the cool science shit. But
this is not going to be about.
Did we
cool
talk
science
about
shit.
that
Yeah.
fungus?
It's going to be about
shit
drugs.
last time.
the plastic eating bacteria. I know we talked about
No,
plastic eating bacteria.
The bat fungus thing, I think, is what he's referring to.
Yeah.
Bat fungus.
Yeah,
Oh.
I feel like we talked about
I
that.
don't want to talk about bat fungus. That's
So-
just
No, I want to
depressing.
give a status update. So, 90% of the bats in North America are dead.
Okay,
happy podcast.
I just wanted to say,
welcome to the podcast.
maybe a couple
people.
hours ago, we were hanging out, and Daniel was like, tomorrow I'm gonna walk up to a kid and tell him that 90% of the bats. This is a true story. 90% of the bats died in the last 2 years, and then
Wow.
do that and walk away.
in the U.S. or
Yeah, in the US.
Damn.
So,
Yeah,
like,
Damn.
it's
I
a,
just want
it's
you
a
to know where this is
fungus.
going
Not
from.
exact, but
Yeah, that's not an exact number, but a shit ton of bats.
It's not a great situation.
Yeah. No, damn.
So anyway, on a lighter
screw
note,
bats.
on a lighter note,
Our memories are of us four fucking around.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to talk about the first time we smoked?
I do remember, yeah, because you can go. You can.
Oh,
Do you have a die, or were you wanting just us to talk about?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I could start it off, but like,
yeah, shoot.
All right. So picture this, right? Spring break, senior year, and this is my first time smoking, not theirs. I think.
What? No.
Was it your first time?
It was all of our.
No, it wasn't.
Not Jackson,
Jackson's
not
first
Jackson,
time.
but me.
He was the one who rolled the
first
fucking
time.
blunt.
Me and you kept asking Jackson because I remember Jackson like had been talking about how he had like smoked weed, and me and Ryan were like, but you had quit, and me and Ryan were like, oh come on,
Yeah,
like let
please,
us
I want to try. Like Holden mentioned, no. Actually, from my point of view, it was really like Holden hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, yo," I think it was over Instagram too, and that's just the way I remember it. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense.
Use
though.
Instagram,
I was gonna say that
so-
doesn't make sense. Maybe it wasn't
Probably
Instagram.
Snapchat or text.
I guess. But he was like, yo, you want to like smoke weed? And I was essentially a drug-free virgin till the day I die then. And I was like, no, drugs are bad. And Holden was like, well, actually, like weed isn't. You know, I was like, do tell.
But we had been talking about Jackson. We had been talking with Jackson at this
I
point,
don't know.
right?
No, I think that was just you. You had like, I don't know. I feel like you had started that sequel and then you kind of were like, hey, you want to try this? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It sounds good to me. It was spring break. I remember because we waited because like it was just like, I don't know, we were kids, we didn't have a place to do it, and I don't know, I didn't drive at the time, so someone came and picked me up and we went over to, I think Jackson was driving.
Yeah, Jackson was driving. Yeah,
and we went to this park.
Yeah, I remember that.
Before that, I remember the ordeal.
Which park was it?
It was the one. Well, it wasn't really a park. It was that thing with like.
It was like a water fountain and a pond, and
there's like a bench where you sit and look over a pond.
Okay.
It's really.
Yeah, I told you that was gonna happen. I'm telling you, we are
Get ass bitches.
trying to figure this out. But yeah, here I'll pick up.
Pass off.
Okay.
But my memory of it was
No, yeah, I totally remember now.
I was like super like anxious and like stuff like that. So I remember being in the fetal position, I think in the passenger seat of the car,
No, 'cause then you gotta
thinking
move
that
it
we were
to,
gonna
like-
die.
You
No,
you
it's
like
fine.
climbed down where the feet are of the car and like couldn't look out at the road because you were terrified of it going by so fast.
Yeah, something like that. I also remember at one point, me and you, like when we were, because we used to like you know in the middle of the night and stuff, like you know we would all like you know at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. like one person would scoop everybody else from their houses and we would go goon out. And I remember one time it was just me and you, Jackson, and it was like pouring rain, so we went into one of those like tunnel underpass things or whatever, and we were just like smoking weed like in the like tunnel underpass.
I feel
with,
like y'all
rain.
did that before I came into the picture.
No. We all because me and you smoked weed for the first time ever. It was
With Jackson,
that time.
that was that time?
Yeah.
Wait, we got distracted. So anyway, back to that one though, because the first time was special.
Yeah, I talked about how like we were driving around and I was in the fetal position in the car.
Oh, well, you missed it. So Jackson drove this blunt. I remember he specifically gave it to Holden and was like, "Do not tip it like that way or that way."
It wasn't greatly packed. But it worked.
And Holden made it his mission. I remember peeking up from the passenger or the back seat. And he was just holding it very intently like that, looking at it like, "I will not do it." And then we get there and we smoked the whole thing, and my head ass was like, I'm not high, like it didn't do anything for me. And they were like, yeah, no, that makes sense. We're gonna get a water bottle and we're gonna poke holes in it and we'll use that. And that just blew my mind at the time. It took me years to like figure out how that works. And I took one hit of that and there it was. I joined Holden in the fetal position in the back of the car, and I believe that was the night of the Great Whataburger gift card scandal, as I like to call it.
What was that? I don't
What's
remember that
that?
at all.
Jackson just kept handing them Whataburger gift cards.
I do remember.
And they were getting so mad. I am high as fuck in the back seat. Like, man, I hope they just give us our food.
Was that when you like ran into the?
$1+ on them.
Because I can't remember.
Why did you have
They were all like 50, 60 cents. He was just using them all. And
Yeah, why
like
did you
obviously high
choose
as fuck.
to use them?
because I don't know if it was that time or a different time. And keep in mind, like, you know, we're not condoning this. Like, if you're gonna do stuff, you need to be
Drugs
responsible.
are bad, okay?
Like, you know, safe place.
I'm condoning
it. We were in a water or no. So I don't know if it was that time or if it was a different time. But I specifically remember you like accidentally like pulling a little bit too far, and you like kind of rammed into like one of the like metal things or something. And then the guy like looks and he's like, "Are you guys okay?" I was like, yeah, no, we're good. We're okay. But man, yeah, no, we just that was pretty much just like what we did like for a long time.
Because keep in mind, we live in fucking suburbia.
Yeah.
So like,
and it was like a whole thing to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Now I live in a legal state, and it's just like it's whatever. It's a casual thing.
Yeah, like now we have our own apartment. We can do what the fuck we want.
We had to like go.
It was an
into the
expedition.
middle of a field minimum.
There was a railroad.
Oh my
tracks.
god,
That was like 30 minutes.
No, it was longer than that. It was a good
So
45.
Yeah, 45 or something.
Dude, no, that was so like for those. Okay, so yeah, we got to explain that when the railroad tracks. So like at one point, like I said, we were just driving around. We would drive around like this went on for like months before we kind of broke out of our city, and started like exploring the suburbs around it. And it got really like rural really quickly. And we just like, I don't know, we were driving in the country and we found some railroad tracks, and then it like curved off, and there was like a little like kind of like outskirt next to a field, and it's just it's beautiful. We've been there on quite a numerous amount of times with quite a numerous amount of substances. Wonderful place. Highly recommend.
I remember I'm gonna tell this story in a interesting way. But I remember one of the times at the railroad tracks, you got into I'll say a tickle fight or something.
Oh my god!
With Matthew.
Oh, we gotta word this carefully.
Things went a bit far.
We gotta word this very carefully.
It kind of got escalated from a tickle fight to some other things.
In my defense, Jackson, that man right there, he is what we call an aggressor. Okay,
I like to egg him on.
he aggresses. So like, I spent a lot of time at night with him, mainly him, while he was aggressing me, and and that like bled out into our big friend group dynamic. So when Matthew like started aggressing me, I aggressed back really hard, and I didn't stop.
I just gaslight. That's what I do.
Yeah,
like
we've been
gatekeeper
noticing
boss.
like ever since because Matthew ended up like moving out of the apartment, and stuff like that. I think we talked about that when Red started squatting here. What were we gonna say? Oh yeah, we just I feel like we're used to Matthew gaslighting us so much. Like we always talk about it on the podcast and say like, oh, he's not like 100% innocent. I don't want that. Probably mine. Yeah, maybe. But like we've just been gaslighting each other more in the absence of
Matthew.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I feel like we should talk about why the train spot was cool too. Daniel went on a darkness map, if I'm correct, and it was the closest spot to us that had the least amount of light pollution.
Oh, wait, is that how we found that?
That's
Yeah,
how
that's
No.
the backstory to it. I
Wait.
can't confirm.
Oh my
That's how
God.
we found that spot.
Yeah.
No one ever thought to tell me that. That's why
No,
the
we
stars
told you
look.
that.
No.
Yeah, that
I told
so
you that multiple
we could
times.
literally
No,
see
absolutely not.
like
I
the arm of the
absolutely
Milky
promise.
Way.
Yeah,
there.
no, the stars out there are fucking beautiful. That makes so much sense.
It was awesome.
I
That
didn't.
does.
It was more stars than like my mountain town.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking stars. Yo, speaking of stars, I think all of us were there on that Colorado trip. Do you remember when we were coming back and we stopped somewhere out of like
In Texas, it was like
It was
in
in
the
Texas.
bumfuck nowhere. Texas.
somewhere out of like way out in Amarillo, like middle of fucking nowhere, and we stopped because someone had to pee, and we were all peeing down, and all of a sudden someone goes, "Look, the stars!" And I like look up. I was like, you can see the white of the Milky Way.
Yeah.
That was the most stars I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Man, I want to see stars like that.
No, dude. Maybe when we go out like for New Year's.
yeah. We still got to plan that.
Yeah.
Dude, but speaking of like it's probably been 4 or 5 years at this point. But the Colorado trip that
yeah.
he's talking about is
good 5
we,
years
we
now.
tried to like do trips on New Year's, and one of the first ones.
It
we
was
rented,
the first one
Yeah,
because that was the one I
yeah.
was right fresh back from the army.
Yeah, you had gotten out of the military, thank God.
Yeah, thank
and
God.
fucking yeah, and we rented a Airbnb. This was fucking trippy. It was an Airbnb that it was like our complex, and it was 3 or 4 bedrooms with 2 beds each. We had way too many people, and only one fucking bathroom that the door didn't lock, and there were like 12 of us.
Tiniest bathroom I've seen in an Airbnb yet.
Yeah, so like, you know, being there for 3 days, everything, like it being crowded and like a sleeping thing, like is sort of fine. Like I remember like me and you had to share a bed, like everyone was like doubling up and shit. But having one
we shared a
fucking
bed?
bathroom, yeah.
I thought we shared a room.
Nah, buddy boy.
Damn, we really fucks with your memory, y'all.
Well, you were on a lot of substances at that
Oh my
point in time.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably the most damage I've done to my brain in one sitting.
Yeah, Ryan just decided to like say, how am I gonna just fuck my brain up?
It was a lot of drugs. If you Google the term Jedi flip, you'll have an understanding of what it was like.
Yes, he was a
Didn't stop
he thought
there.
he was a Jedi. But yeah, no, that bathroom was crazy. But the reason we got this Airbnb was because it said that it was fucking
Upset. I'm
No
upset.
interception.
Man, I was trying to. Mine's dead.
Daniel, I love you. That's it.
Daniel, I love you more.
See what I mean? Aggressor.
The plot thickens.
the plot thickens.
Sorry, hold on. Airbnb, tiny bathroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but the reason we got the Airbnb was because it was one of the few ones in Colorado that still said they were 420 friendly. Is the
beautiful.
reason we got it. And our unit had like a shared room that was the only place we were allowed to smoke weed in, and that shared room was connected to another unit of the guy that like, you know, had all the things. So sometimes he would just like
Yeah, he was
open
so
up the
chill.
social circle. Like we saw his wife, his like kid. One time he brought out like 24 beers, and
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
gave us a bunch
Yeah.
of
we're
beers.
not
Gave
gonna
a bunch
like
of beer.
drink these. Like you guys
No,
want
those were
them?
the
Like-
people that the last people that were there just left.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I remember, dude, we did so much shit in that thing, and like I remember at one point there were these like weird pictures of like they looked like bald Chinese men. I don't
No,
know.
that's
It
exactly
was-
what it was. It was making fun of like this North Korean like they have to have like pictures in their homes, and it was making fun of that.
Oh, really? You
Was
figured it
that
out?
it?
I think that's what it was.
That's
It
what
was-
I-
That's what
but
I
he-
always thought it was.
But are you talking about the one smoking a cigar?
Yeah, that were
Yeah.
turned upside down.
Yeah, he was smoking a cigar and there was a crow on it, like hanging off of it. It was the
Yeah.
weirdest picture ever, and it was just in the middle of the living room, and it was like one of the only things up.
And we took it down. Did we make a copy and sign it, or did we just
No,
sign it?
we put a note on the back of it.
Oh, and we all signed. The
Yeah, and we
note.
all signed it with different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's still up. That was in that was in Colorado Springs.
I can't imagine anyone
No,
else
no.
has taken the
Which-
picture down. I don't know. People
Yeah.
do drugs in that one, obviously.
Or wait,
though,
no.
so
I
I
maybe,
mean, I was gonna say that's not
Maybe.
like a.
That's where
like,
the shooting was. Yeah,
yeah, it was,
recently the gay club, unfortunately.
dude.
Isn't it in Texas?
Yo, on a slight
The
side
gay
note,
club?
I'm sure there was one.
No,
in
that was in
Texas,
Colorado. I mean, I'm
but
sure there was.
The
Oh,
most
okay.
recent one that was talked about in news was Colorado Springs.
I just want to say, y'all, on a slight side note, this is gonna be like completely like 180, but it's something that still makes me very mad when I bring it up. So like the literal day after that shooting, I went to work and I work in a restaurant, and there was like one of the first tables we had. There was this fucking Karen looking of a lady, and she had a shirt that said, "I find your lack of ammunition disturbing." And like when I tell y'all, a shirt has never pissed me off more. Like
Because that was the day after
it was literally the day after.
shooting.
I don't care if it was, you know, like just a coincidence or not. Like I think that like I'm not saying, you know, I don't think like guns are guns, right? Like handguns, pistols, shotguns are one thing. A fucking AR, like like I don't know. And I think we need to have a lot. That's a whole nother topic, but like I don't know, it just made me mad again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like relevant because, you know, we were talking about Colorado Springs. That's where we went. That's where this fun fucking adventure that we had was. And like the fact that like that community is just fucked now. Like
You don't recover from that. Like it takes so long. Like the people have to like die. Like I don't know, like people have to move out or like die to forget about that shit. Like it sticks with you.
yeah,
like-
definitely
Yeah.
sad.
But I mean,
And like, there's been more sinse that one. They just
Yeah.
haven't been talked about.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
literally
yeah.
one like the day or two after.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shootings right after.
yeah, I mean, I know like that ends up happening, like copycat shooters. They're like, oh, this guy can get attention. So,
Well, unfortunately, we're getting closer to the holidays too. I don't know what the fuck that does to people, but
well, I know there's something called like cuffing season that
What? That refers to people getting together. I
Yeah.
thought.
You
yeah,
mean
exactly, but that leads to like
Seasonal
depression.
Oh,
Because,
because
like,
they don't
I think
stay
seasonal
together.
depression also leads
I-
to seasonal depression.
I would argue, like, I can get that not having a successful cuffing season can lead to seasonal depression, but I would say seasonal depression is independent of cuffing season.
See, you know what I say to that? I say,
know what I
fuck
mean?
bitches,
Well,
get
why do you think
Like-
they're separate?
Like, people can just be depressed for whatever reason, but like it's just that it's darker outside and it's harder to go outside. That's what seasonal depression is all about.
Yeah, that's.
I thought it also had to do with the fact that like a lot of people are like there's a lot of holidays around like there's
That's part of
Thanksgiving.
it.
That's
There's,
yeah.
like
I mean, that's a part
I
of
yield.
it.
Yeah,
Factors.
I yield. That is part of it.
No,
for
no, no,
sure.
no. That's a big thing though, because like lack of sunlight leads to lack of happiness. We're like plants.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need your vitamin D.
And
Days are shorter.
I don't know. No, I've already started to notice it. Like, you know, I just fucking get dark at like 5, 6.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Which
like
because
that.
of the time change, which I looked it up, I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to be fucking done with time changes.
No.
And apparently what happened was like it was bipartisan or whatever. You know, everybody was like it had passed like the Senate or it was going to the House, whatever, you know, one of the two. And fucking the war in Ukraine happened.
Yeah.
And then nobody fucking cared about anything else. And like now there's also like some arguments of like, oh, well, we should stop a time change, but it should be at a different time because like fucking I don't know, like, so I don't know if it'll happen. Apparently they tried to do this in like 1977 or some fucking year and like the same kind of thing happened. There was support and it never happened. So
Sad.
I don't know, but man, yeah, I remember freaking trying to think of other stories. I don't think you weren't a part of the attempt when we tried to break into the YMCA.
Oh
Were
no,
you?
he was not. That was when we
I
were
heard about
young.
that though.
Yeah, there was like it was like snowing and it was like real
was a
magical.
snow day.
And there was a YMCA and we just decided to try to break into it.
Dude, we've been out all day snowing, literally just all day on the hill, just snowing. And at night had finally fallen. And we have this specific friend who was like a devil's advocate, I would put it like that, just like suggesting you to do dumb shit. We were all dumb kids, but he was like, yeah, let's like break into the YMCA.
Yeah, and so we just spent. We were all very well. Me and you were probably very fat, and then we were probably the only
yeah.
two people that would
yeah.
like attempt to like be initiating because the puppet master friend that we're
Yeah.
both thinking of would not initiate a jumping first offense.
Yeah.
So I think we just spent like an hour trying to figure out how to like actually jump a
Yeah, we
fence.
just walked around it the whole time trying to figure out how to get in.
And I think my memory is like when we were like one of us was halfway over the gate is when we saw like a cop like roll
No,
up
no,
or
no, no,
something.
no, 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 no.
Or
It
a
was
security
Harry.
guard.
Oh, fuck.
It's fine.
Yeah, okay. All right. The first names are on the docs. Anyway, so like we were there and I made it in.
Just say Harry.
Harry made it in. And then I think you made it in. And Matthew was still on the outside. He was playing lookout.
Wait, we got in?
Yeah, I was in. I remember that. And you guys were up above me.
Maybe I was halfway.
Maybe. I know Harry was up above me before. He just turned around, running the opposite direction. Goes, there's a cop. There's a cop. And I was like, oh, shit. And so I turned around and ran. And I'm trying to remember how we got in. Didn't we, like, crawl underneath it?
Maybe, yeah. There was maybe like some shrubbery or something.
I think that's what we
like,
did. We literally, like, crawled underneath it, jailbreak style.
Dude, I don't. Yeah, that was an experience, man. And then I remember. Did we talk about that? I remember like that day or something. We just, as we were like walking back home after we had sprinted for a while, we decided that we were gonna make like a gang, and we
Yeah.
just like kept. Did we call it anything, or did we just say like we're in a gang?
We
And
called
just
it
for
something
the
dumb.
next like 2 or 3 fucking years, like it was a committed to bit. I feel like we just talked about how we were like in the
gang.
in a gang. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were in middle school, by the way. Yo, you know what's
Middle
funny?
school.
Man, middle
That day
school.
that we broke into the YMCA, I still have a scar from that day. So it's funny. My parents are very, very strict, and I wasn't really allowed to leave when I wanted to leave. And so I had to do a bunch of chores that day, and they had gone on to do their snow thing. I literally like tracked them from their houses because we all lived in the same neighborhood, and I found their footprints and I just followed them the whole way. And I
great.
eventually found them, but along the way there was a really slippery patch of ice that was sharp. Like there was like it literally was like a triangle, and I slipped and I fell. And obviously you guys aren't gonna see it. Maybe you can. No, you're not gonna see it. It's
Yeah,
it's
we
red.
had lighting in here.
But I like fell and it literally just like blunt through my glove, just like hit me like that, and it's the tiniest cut ever, and for whatever reason it just like stayed like right there.
Damn.
I still have a scar from that day.
Man, I remember when I was a kid.
Didn't someone bust a tooth there too?
Not that I remember.
Didn't you you busted your lip or something on a broom one snow day at the tennis courts?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was like the thing that wow, that's a core memory that I forgot about that. Like the things they used to like sweep them or whatever. And I was just fucking around. They're like massive ass brooms. And I was just fucking around with the handle and it just fell and fucking like what probably happened is like it cut my teeth or like my lip got cut on my tooth or whatever, but I do remember that. I remember I have a scar that's probably healed for mostly, but somewhere on one of my like wrists because I was riding my bike around the neighborhood and one of my childhood crushes like drove like her and her mom like drove by and they were like, "Hi, Holden." And I like looked over and I was like, "Oh, hi." And I fucking ran into a mailbox.
God, are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
like,
great.
If we were in better lighting, I would have like I have like a scar right there.
Yeah.
From that, I remember putting like scar cream on it for like 4 years. Like,
Dude.
I don't know
Scars
why
are
I cared.
badass.
Yeah,
I
don't
got
know why
little
I
tiny
cared.
scars on my legs at one point. Jackson's about to like whip my ass with these scar stories. That man's got literal active burns on him right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think you can pull it up, but yeah, from being a crazy ass chef, because that's what you're doing now.
You're one of those crazy motherfuckers in the back of the house.
Yeah, I really like food industry. Thankfully, our kitchen's like not toxic, and we don't like do coke every 5 minutes. But
That sounds
Man,
like
that's a
non-toxic-
that's a
Cigarettes
beautiful
every 5
thing,
minutes?
dude.
Yeah.
Cigarettes every 5
I know
minutes.
y'all are
Red
doing
Lobster.
some drugs.
yeah,
I know, yeah.
I like I'll smoke weed with a dishwasher, but like
Hell yeah. I feel like
Who
if
doesn't?
anyone at the restaurant deserves like legally to smoke, it's the fucking dishwasher.
dude's awesome. Although he did get high and like drop a whole stack of bowls when we were like so limited on bowls. It was an issue for a while, but we're good.
Wait, why were you guys so limited? Like, do they just need to order more? Or like,
I mean, I don't know. Interesting topic. It was a supply chain issue.
Oh, because of the pandemic?
Yeah,
Or-
we ordered them like back in December, and we didn't get them until like last week.
Wow.
Yeah, and we just
11
were
months.
super low on bowls. We barely had enough to fill the dining room. As soon as we got one back, we had to clean it and give it to line
Damn.
for like a while. It was not a fun
Do
situation.
you guys have like specific? I mean, couldn't they just like go to Walmart and like?
No, we have like specific ones. My boss wanted to keep it up, but like now we have them, so
I mean,
it's
that's
not a
fair.
problem.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think.
Do you remember that time we went urban exploring and just got fucking caught by cops?
Yeah, with Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
We had like we had like giant knives on us. We were actively kicking down this like wooden barricade door that they had
We
put
were
up.
in like Fort Worth or something.
Yeah, we had driven all the way to
I got
Fort Worth.
sketched out because the skyscraper could see us.
It was next to downtown. It was practically downtown.
Yeah, that was my V. I picked that spot out. I had gone before somewhere else and not gotten fucked by cops. Just that time.
The cop was like, "It's good I didn't roll by 20 seconds later, because if y'all had put a foot through that like wooden barrier,
Yeah, you
y'all
would have
would've
had
been-
to.
we would have to go to jail."
Yeah,
But
that's what he said.
he didn't pat us down, so he didn't see like Connor's machete, which was good.
Well, I mean, you guys
Yeah.
had a right to. Like, it's not like those were illegal to have, right? But maybe they would have
Yeah.
treated
Oh
you
no,
differently.
yeah,
They were
it,
just
it wouldn't have been
weapons.
good.
Yeah. I feel like I always.
We got really bad poison ivy from that too, or at least I did.
No, I did too.
Were you guys
Do you
wearing
think-
like long pants, or were you doing? Shorts?
We were wearing long clothing, but it doesn't matter if you get it all over your clothes. Like it's in oil and it can get on you.
Slightly immune to poison ivy.
Really? Did you
Yeah.
like get it a fuckload or something?
So there was one vacation where my family, we all went hiking. Literally everyone had it the whole time. And we all, like, I don't know, like, I never got it. Like, we were all, like, touching, like, before we figured it out. I just never got it.
I would get it like every year when I lived here.
Really?
Yeah, same for a while. I was just always covered in poison ivy.
Dude, we'd always go to the creek.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
never
That's
where
once.
it's at.
Never
Dude,
once did
the
I
creek
get it when
was
we went to the
dope.
creek.
It was worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll get it like walking through the thick part, like getting to the secret
the
closed
tree?
down
The acid tree?
campfires.
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The hidden pavilion off the beaten path.
Dude, earlier this year, I was smoking there a lot just to find, like, a private place. I'll literally get out and... like,
I'm
walk
glad
around.
it's still there.
Yeah, it is. People keep it up.
Yeah. Freaking. Speaking of the creek, yeah, at our at our old neighborhood that we used to live in, there was like a bunch of like woods kind of area. And we built like multiple tree houses. We built, or
Yeah, there was
No, we only
no.
attempted
I was hard committed to the treehouse, and for me there was one treehouse, and it was on that one tree, and I remember I put a substantial amount of time.
Yeah, no,
and
we
effort
both
to
did.
that.
Do you remember that? It was me and you that one summer.
I want
It was
you to
on-
know I got many people to work with that.
Yeah, I
like
was
I
gonna
don't
say,
think
it
you
was a summer.
understand. I got as many, like everyone I knew, I took there to work on it at one point.
And then fucking those two people.
Yeah,
with
those
middle
like
school people,
little
fucking
shits,
assholes.
fucking
broke it
wrecked
down.
the whole thing.
Yeah, there were like this.
That's
this
okay. I've gotten
treehouse
even with their houses so
was-
much.
Good.
This
Thank you.
treehouse was 3 fucking stories, like technically, because we had 2 actual stories, and then we had like a single foam like.
Yeah, it was
plank
like
up there.
it was like a plank of wood with like a foam thing on it for you to lay on.
Dude, that was such a good summer because that was like one of the few times I could go out because my parents would be like, "What are you doing?" Thinking I'm like playing video games or something. I'm like, "I'm building a tree house." They're like, "All right, I guess."
Like, how do
we'll
you
allow
say
it."
no to that?
Yeah.
You know, you're a fucking monster if
awesome.
you say no to
I
that.
feel like they still said no. Like half
Yeah,
the
they-
time.
Oh yeah, they did.
Like
Yeah.
fun? Mm-mm.
No.
Not on my
I
watch.
just don't understand that. Like,
I don't either.
I don't, man. I don't get it. That may be better if you're struggling with it to like.
No, it's cool. I'm resting
okay.
on my feet and it's pretty comfortable.
Okay.
Dude, yeah, it was a trip sneaking out when we first started doing our mischievous things. So after we graduated, I literally just moved out of my house and lived at Holden's for a while with his parents. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
I lived there for like a summer before his dad was like,
Yeah, I remember like one day he just like sent me a fucking like giant ass thing because I'd been fighting with my dad for a while, being like, "You're gonna have to start like paying like this amount of rent. Like you guys are gonna have to do like all of this, but like like also pay rent. Like I mean like just crazy fucking shit." And yeah, so I think we tried to like move out and then I think we did.
Yeah,
at some
no.
point in time. Yeah.
well, I just moved back to my parents. I mean, I didn't have any furniture or anything. I literally just grabbed clothes and left.
Yeah, man. And then, oh, man, yeah. I think there was like a period of time where like I was gooning because what happened was that original time when like we tried like weed for the first time with Jackson and like got super into it, and that's when we were like gooning out every night, and we finally like one time we got like early on we got Dan and we invited
Yeah, that
him
was
to- at
still
one
in
point.
senior year.
Yeah,
That-
and
That was a great day. The first time Dan smoked weed because that was the first day I took mushrooms.
I remember.
Oh, I wasn't there for that one.
You were like bonked out at a fucking Whataburger too. You were shirtless and had a bandana on.
Are you
And the
serious?
guy in the fucking drive-through,
was the
like he was
drive-thru.
loving it.
It was the drive-thru, and I was in Jonathan's car, and he was like, "Please, just like don't talk to him." Like, so we pull up, and immediately I was like, "Suh, dude."
I remember we were like fucking around at like a creek, like some random ass creek.
Yeah.
And like there was like a kid's
just
birthday
walked
party.
away.
And you just walked to the birthday party.
Isn't it
Came
someone
back
you
with,
knew?
Like cake or something.
It was I was in theater in high school, and this was like, was it junior year?
No, that was senior.
Senior,
That
yeah,
was
That was
senior.
senior year.
And it was all it was a birthday party for one of the freshman kids in the theater class. So it was a bunch of the freshmen that I like kind of knew.
So you just walk up on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Shirtless with a bandana.
They handed
Like,
me a cup of
"Sorry."
chips, like a red Solo cup filled with chips, and they were like, "Here, have some chips." And I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna go back now."
I do remember that detail. I remember
That's what it was.
hearing he came back with like a fucking red Solo cup of chips.
Yeah, and I remember like we like fucked around for like a couple months, and then I remember like one day like I drove back because I was taking classes at a college like 50 minutes away, like a couple days a week or whatever. And I remember like one day like I'm driving back, and like as I'm pulling into the driveway, I see my light like on in my bedroom, and I see my window like the shades open. I'm like, oh no, like I had blackout fucking curtains in that like room. I was like, that does not happen. Someone was in my fucking room, and I just like, and I go up, and my entire bedroom had been fucking torn apart.
Oh, by your
And
parents?
by my parents. And it literally was like, I finally, because for the most part, I just like, like I think like you always had the weed or something, and when we hung out or whatever, or someone, and this was the first time I had bought from just a tiny ass fucking amount from like someone when I started was working at like a movie theater in the box office, and like I had it for a week. And like my dad apparently fucking like went up to put like get hangers or like put laundry up or some shit, and yeah, they just tore my room apart. Like they were like acting.
Dude, you gotta
as
be
if,
smart
like,
about that
God,
shit.
dude. It was.
He said
When I
that
was hiding it,
hilarious.
I had a fucking mason jar inside a mason jar.
Yeah,
I was
that's the smart way to do
Dude,
it.
I
I have
never once
layers,
hid it
man.
inside. I always just put it in my car, which I guess like I would rather
I mean,
like
that
face
has
the
other
law than my
problems.
parents.
Yeah.
When your dad caught you, he sent me like this hilarious like 2-page long text and was like, I don't know if you're involved, but like,
Oh.
here's all the warnings.
I got one of those too. Oh my god, I completely forgot about. Oh
I didn't
my
get one of those.
god, I completely forgot.
What was
about
it?
that.
Just like Holden's grounded forever. You
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, it was literally that.
Part of it was definitely
It was
like,
like, yeah,
kind of
Holden's-
don't try to talk to Holden ever again.
Yeah, literally. And then like also like weed is really bad. You should know about the dangerous side effects. Blah 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 blah.
Dude, the reefer madness.
Oh my
It'll
God.
get you.
The reefer
Like,
madness.
I don't know. That's what's crazy. And then like after like a couple months, I finally like just fucking moved out. And like at that point, like ever since then, I think my parents realized like I'm a fucking adult. But then I find out like my entire fucking both my parents, they're like aunts, like so my aunts and uncles, like half my fucking family are potheads, and they've been potheads for their entire fucking life.
They were just waiting for you to join them.
I don't fucking understand. Like I got my, my parents. just
Why
trying to
that
protect me.
reaction? Like,
I feel like it would have been so much healthier to have like an actual like responsible thing. Like I don't know versus like I don't know.
I mean, my whole family was like that. Y'all know my parents convinced me to join the military because I started smoking pot.
I didn't.
Man,
know
I'm
that
happy
was the
that didn't
reason.
work
I mean, you know
out.
what? I exaggerate.
There was a lot of reasons.
There was a lot of reasons.
I feel like it was you really wanted to because we
No.
kept trying to convince you, dude.
It was my mom.
you
I'm not
kept-
gonna lie. I have a really close relationship with her, and she just convinced me that it was the best path. Because I don't know, I was young. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Fuck the military.
I
Yeah.
remember the day you had to ship out for basic training, we were at a party and we had like been blackout for hours.
Yeah.
We were the first to wake up because you were like, you had these like crazy alarms on your phone.
Wait, wasn't that Abe's?
Yeah, that was it.
That. Oh my god.
But you,
That
you
was-
woke me up and you were like, I can't find my phone and we have to go like now. And so I kept calling. We realized it was behind a locked door, and you fucking busted the door off of its hinges.
Yeah.
Grabbed the phone, and we got in the Uber and left.
Yeah. Yeah. And keep in mind, we were still like very blackout. Dude, that was the party. So I rolled up, I took a couple shots of tequila, and then Jackson was like literally lined up. I walk into the kitchen and there are 8 shot glasses lined up, and he did them all. And he was like, well, you got to do it now. That is the only time in my life I have put down that many shots in a row. But I literally, like, I was gone by the 8th. I proceeded to black out.
Yeah, I was like gone, but I was like able to do things.
No.
I remember being on the floor at that party, checking my blood sugar, and having the entire party surrounding me. And when I told them it was good, they were all like, "Whoa!"
Oh my god! At Colorado, I don't think I've told this story. The Colorado trip we were talking about a long time ago. At one point, when you were on some fucking crazy ass drugs, you were like passed the fuck out, like on a bed, and like we know you're diabetic or whatever. So we like we're going in and we're like, hey, like when we woke you up, we're like Jackson, like your blood sugar good, and like you were like yeah, and like I don't know, like I feel like even when you're fucked up, like we can tell if you're like you got it under control. So once we knew you had it under control, we turned the lights off, brought in glow sticks, and had a fucking
rave over your body.
Jackson's
That was
body.
that was the first Colorado trip. Oh my god, I forgot about that part. I forgot about that. God, that was such a beautiful time.
I remember when I was
hilarious.
telling my mom that story at some point in time, she was like fucking horrified. Because she's like, my mom's diabetic, so she was like, but like what? I don't know. She was horrible because like my mom. I'm sure like you've had close calls or whatever.
Yeah.
Like my mom has probably almost died like twice.
that
when she
time I
a
was
kid.
fine. There was a time when we were partying at your house, and I
the
had
frat
slept-
parties?
Yeah, I was like the only one that had stayed over that night, and I woke up on the couch with you, and I was throwing
Wait,
up, not
you
like
serious?
with you on the.
Oh,
It was the
I
other couch.
remember
We were
that.
both on one.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I was like throwing up like every 5 minutes, and I just wouldn't stop. And like eventually, it stopped being like a hangover thing, and it was like my blood sugar was just so fucked up that it was making me like just spit out.
Dude.
bile.
So did you finally realize what was happening and then like give
Yeah,
yourself?
I just had to do like 50 units. Like it was
Jeez.
just like insane.
No, I remember that
amount of
because your mom
insulin.
was like, "What happened?" And I had to have a whole ass conversation with
Yeah,
her.
she fucking came over.
Wait, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, she did. She came and got you. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh,
She's sweet. She cares.
yeah, she does. Yeah, and I guess that's fair. You know, like in
yeah,
that
I mean-
situation, like that worked out.
Yeah.
because I was just like, I'm pretty sure I had to get to work or something. It was like you can stay here. Obviously, I could take you to work.
No, yeah. I was trying to explain that to my mom. Is like, your parents are out of town and I can stay there. And I even had like a diabetic supply stash there. But like, no, she was like, you're coming with me. I was like, if I move, I'm going to throw up.
I remember that was like the reason your mom would like, even though, you know, she was kind of like, you know, overprotective, like, you know, as kids, like she would like let you hang out with me because my mom was diabetic.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
she always
yeah.
knew like, oh, okay, she'll keep an eye on Jackie boy. Like,
Yeah, dude. Okay, what
And
was
your mom
y'all's-
did for the
Yeah.
record. Your mom did check on me. It was very sweet.
That is very sweet. Your mom is a.
she always asks you. Last time I told her, like a couple days ago when I went and I told her that you were, you know, I've been hanging out with you or whatever. She's like, oh, you probably like don't know, like how's he doing with it? Like she always asks how you're doing with your diabetes, like what, you know, like when you got the circle thing or whatever. At
Yeah.
one point, like I told her, and I was like, you know what, we've just been playing Magic. I actually have not asked him how his diabetes is doing. Like,
It's been good. I was worried about it, like the music festivals I've been going to, but actually, just like a miracle, it's been perfect for the entirety of the music festivals, which is awesome.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
So, what was y'all's favorite memory from the first Colorado trip that we did? Because I realized it earlier, but literally everyone here was there.
Yeah, not going.
Not Dan. We tried
Wait.
to convince Daniel like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much to go, but he was like, "Nah, my parents would kill me for having fun." So
wait,
Yep.
was it
I'm not
Matthew
allowed
then?
to have fun. No, Matthew didn't go either.
I could have sworn one of y'all two was there.
Me and Jackson were there.
All right, sorry, Daniel. We don't have to do this then.
We did
Okay.
so we did another fucking Colorado trip like 2 years ago, and you didn't
wasn't
go to
there,
that
yeah.
one.
I was in Connecticut.
Me
Yeah,
and Holden
I-
have been at all of
that
them.
one.
We're the only OG Colorado. Because you weren't you born there?
Yeah, I was telling you born in
you
Denver,
were born
Colorado.
there, and I live there, so we're the Colorado people.
No, I literally, the first time we went to the Colorado trip, I don't know why, I literally just like, maybe because it was in my head, I don't know, but I just like felt like such a like sense of like, this is home. This is home. The place I've lived for 22 years isn't home. Or I guess it was like 19 years at that point in time.
My first
but-
reaction of seeing those mountains were like fucking like holy shit. I've never seen something so tall in my life.
It's so pretty.
Dude, the
it's
mountains are
mind-blowing.
so pretty.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
I've if y'all want to do another trip, I've got better spots now. If you want to go to like, some
Dude, yeah,
mind-blowing
Holden,
shit.
fuck Arkansas. Let's go to Colorado, man.
Dude, you just gotta find an
Just a casual
Airbnb that's not $1
14
billion.
Hour drive and then a fucking $1 billion
Dude, we
Airbnb.
get one of our parents to rent a car and we stick.
Yeah, let's ask your parents. You
Yeah.
think they'll rent us a car and an Airbnb?
My mom, well, not a car. Like, if we
mean-
paid for it, yeah, it's just got to be. In
Well, that's the problem. It's fucking expensive and it's 12 hours of a car trip, bro.
We split
Honestly, I'd do camping.
It wouldn't be
No,
pleasant, but we can all sleep on my living room floor.
I'd do that.
Okay, yeah, I'm down for that.
We just gotta figure out how to
You
fucking
down for a
get
living
there.
room
Yeah,
trip?
yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah.
We gotta drive. We won't make it.
All right, but
by
you
tax.
gotta pay for gas money. You gotta
Absolutely.
split that shit, or we
It's
gotta
almost
split it.
probably
Whoever.
the fucking
Yeah.
price of an airplane ticket, honestly.
No.
Whatever.
We're not a Christmas
It's
airplane.
fine.
We are still like
Yeah,
close to, like
but
above $4
whatever.
in Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're still what?
I mean,
About
I have a
$4.
tiny little subcompact. I
Yeah,
get,
no,
yeah.
me and
I
Daniel,
get good
we
gas
could-
mileage.
Dude, we gotta do that coming up soon. We'll take a weekend out there or something like that.
Yeet.
I just like hate to go fucking 12 hours to then like
Dude, a
be
12
there
hour-
for
nah.
2 days.
All right, well,
12-hour
then
road
you
trip
just gotta
is
visit a
nothing.
little bit longer.
And
I don't want
yeah,
to
we
visit
stay
for
for,
2
like-
days after
Yeah, we stay for
12-hour
like,
drive.
dude, trust me, like 4 days is like I think the
Yeah.
All
perfect
right, yeah,
amount of
yeah,
time.
that could be. That's pretty good vacation there.
Yeah.
You leave.
You
like,
gotta
the
help
night,
drive at some
then,
point.
like in the night.
We gotta
right?
take shifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But something like that would definitely be fun.
Oh
but
well, Daniel's car only would
Dude.
fit me and him, so sorry.
My car has room. It's small, but it has volume.
I remember when we went to also because we were there with Alex, and I think she grew up or was born in
I think she was born
Boulder.
in New Mexico.
Boulder, or
But
she
it
grew
was,
up in Boulder. Why did she want to go to Boulder? Why did we go to?
It was like
Boulder?
Aurora. It was like next to it.
Oh, so she just knew of Boulder because she probably had visited or whatever, maybe. Because you said she grew up. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to Boulder, Colorado, and that place was like the definition of like magical mountain town. Because we went during like Christmas, and that was the first time like, you know, we went somewhere that was weed friendly, like ever in my life that like I was a stoner, and we would just go to the coffee shops, would just like have fucking like weed in
Pearl
the fucking
Street,
coffee and shit.
knows, Pearl Street's pretty famous.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Dude,
It was so magical.
No, I remember
man.
that. That was like because we were obviously
That was
high
the
as shit.
best chai tea I've ever had. I go back to that coffee shop every time I go to Boulder now to get that chai.
It's so good. Their stuff was so good. But yeah, no, I mean, I can't think anyone else have any like other stupid childhood fucking stories of us gooning out.
Like, yeah, me and Jack, like, dude, we got pulled over so many fucking times. Because, like I said, we would only drive around, like, the suburbs, like, just fucking, like, I don't know, smoke, like, literally hotboxing my car. 'Cause it was the only way to smoke.
The funniest one was the edibles.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to start it off and you'll finish it?
Sure.
Okay, so there's this park, like this nature park that we go to, and we would go there all the time at night and never have a problem. But at one point, we bought edibles from this dude, and they came in like these plastic baggies, and they looked legit, but they didn't smell legit. And so we ate a few of them, and then like Jackson's like, I don't really taste it. I was like, I don't really taste it either. So we ate more.
But before the park thing, we were hanging out this like being developed neighborhood, which it was a hot place to go, was newly developed neighborhood.
Oh yeah, I highly recommend. Construction sites are the shit.
They are, and they don't have security cameras.
No, one time me and Daniel,
we literally we just fucking hotboxed in a construction house.
Yeah, we like they didn't have the garage open or like the garage door on, but they had everything else. Me and Daniel just walked into the like master like living room closet, sat down on a carpeted floor, and just smoked.
Oh my god!
I mean, yeah, because
Like it was beautiful. It was the best thing ever.
It was really cozy.
I mean, it really doesn't make sense for them to wire in a security camera.
No, there
to
were
it.
no.
Yeah, they're already spending all their time building shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so we bought these edibles, we ate them, and then we were like, all right, let's go drive around, you know, see if they hit. And I think it was just like the placebo effect. So I was like, I'm starting to feel, you know, something.
We were having a good time. I mean, we were hanging out.
We were having fun.
We were friendly.
But we were high. So we ate the whole baggie of them. Like there was like, I think like 2 baggies or maybe like a baggie and a half. Cause I think they had like 1 empty baggie and like some of the gummy worms. But we go to this park and we get there and we instantly get whooped. Like the second we pull into the lot, like
this is the park. Like they were there because people just do this like, all the time. They were there to catch this specific thing.
Yeah. And so we get there, they fucking pull us out and we, you know, I start telling them, cause that's the only thing I had. And I thought it was better to be honest or whatever. And so we tell him, and I remember him saying, well, he was like, you know, they're like a felony, right?
Well, but before we told them, I tried to play it off a little bit because they were in unmarked bags. Like nothing about them said weed. So I was like, I'm diabetic and I like to, they were in little dime bags. And I was like, I like to dose out my gummies.
Yeah, that's right.
And so that's why they're in dime bags.
Because they asked me about the needle too.
The shit?
No, they were like, I don't really know. I was like, well, yeah, no, they're edibles, but like I don't think they're actually edibles, you know. And he was like, he smelled the baggie. He was like, yeah, there's no weed in here. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so either. And he was like,
I was like, we took them like 2 hours ago, and we're like,
we feel
Oh,
nothing.
so
Yeah,
they were fake.
Yeah,
When
they
you
were
said
fake.
we got whooped, I thought you meant like the edibles hit.
No. Like we got
Okay.
like the
Yeah, 'cause
lights, like police lights. Whoop whoop. Yeah,
That makes sense.
But they were like, the cops were literally like, they're like, yeah, there's no weed in here. Like they smell just like gummy worms. You guys got robbed. And I was like, oh.
they were also like, you guys don't seem high.
Yeah. But then he was like, well, like the whole time too, he was trying to give me like the name of like my dealer or whatever. And I was like, I'm just gonna narc on the guy who just ripped me off. So I gave him that dude's phone number. And then like, I think 7-8 months later, I saw on that dude's Snapchat, he ended up in jail.
Yeah, he probably just had a bunch of other fucking people snitch on him.
Oh yeah, dude. You fuck with me, I'll snitch on you in a heartbeat. I don't care. Them rules.
And they made you smash all your glass in your backpack.
Oh, that was the
night.
first time I
That was
ever
your,
had
like,
to do that.
The first
school
of
backpack.
many.
Smash, yeah.
And they just like
How many
destroyed
times do you think you smashed
by making you
bombs?
smash it in there.
Probably like 15, 20 by now.
That's insane.
I had what,
Because
like
this
6 or
fucking
7
guy
this year.
never paid his fucking toll tag, and so now he's got fucking fit like a $2,000 bill that he will not pay because like it's $2,000 obviously.
They put
so they just keep pulling him over.
No, they put a lien on my registration because I have unpaid tolls, and it's like a lot of money to like to rectify, and my car is like shitty. So my long-term solution is to just get a different car, transfer the title and it'll stick to the car. If I understand Texas
We
law.
think we still need a lawyer. So if you're a lawyer,
Yeah, if you're a
you
lawyer,
need some
hit me up if
fucking
you
lawyer.
specialize in Texas law. I would appreciate it. That's my general plan, though. Like, why? I don't know. I think it's really dumb to pay tolls. Like, I get it. I'm gonna have to.
What the fuck do we pay taxes for if not roads?
The military,
Yeah.
so we can fucking shoot machine guns in the sky, like you said happened when you were in the military.
True story. And I know a lot of like, if you're a vet, you'll fucking like an actual vet, mind you. I don't consider myself one. Because like my stance is fuck the military. But like in basic training, so like during the shooting portion, due to like years past, like they would give you X amount of bullets to shoot, and if you in years past used up all your bullets, you could requisition more for the next year, saying you used them all up. And what that does is that just leads to them adding like more and more bullets, more and more surplus. And so at the end of the shooting days, like you would just have like drill sergeants just popping off rounds on the firing range, like shooting upwards of like 700 to 1,000 bullets, like just extra. Like that's so much money. Same for the food too. I forget the exact rules of it, but I just remember throwing away like literal garbage bags worth of food, just because they couldn't use it legally.
I saw a video of like a newly built unmanned turret that they built, and it was like $160,000 to fire it for 10 seconds.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's insane.
that's where your money goes, y'all.
See,
and is that necessary?
that's
Is a question I would
fucking-
ask you.
That shouldn't cost that much. Someone's taking a fucking
Well, that's the
giant.
That's the thing. Yeah, they cut it
that's
up.
The military.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's not even not just the military. The military industrial complex. What they do is you have these defense companies that are like, yeah, we'll charge you like $1. I don't know the exact number, but X amount per bullet, and they're marking it up. So
Yeah.
then they sell like massive amounts of quantities to the military, who's just using our money to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
While the defense department gets richer and the military gets more like, ooh, look at my machine gun that can fire, $160,000 worth in 10 seconds. Like,
Ooh.
yeah,
Fuck the military.
fuck the military.
And also, when we were debating on what we wanted to talk about this episode, we knew that we were talking about science, last time and stuff like
Yeah, because
that.
he's a big nature boy.
Yeah, exactly. And so, we also wanted to talk about global warming.
warming.
So, fuck
Fuck global warming.
Fuck global warming.
Fuck global warming. That's all we got to say.